Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, or hello if you are new. I'm Haley. I look like a hot mess, but let's be real, this is how I look 90% of the time. We're just gonna do like a chit chat video because I have to clean the playroom and rotate toys. If you've watched any of my toy rotation videos, you know that the first thing that I do is I clean the playroom because most nights we do not clean the playroom. Maybe that's something we should do, but you know, hey, we're just surviving over here. So I clean the playroom just to kind of make sure I have all the pieces of the toys that are currently out. And then I'm going to rotate new toys in, which I'm really hoping will be helpful because I am probably going to be solo parenting, or I am going to be solo parenting a couple days this week. My husband is going out of town and I need all of the mom hacks that I can to help entertain them while it's just me. If you follow me over on Instagram, you know I work from home, I do not have childcare, and my kids are here. So it's a lot. And usually I at least have my husband to like kind of tag team. Do not get me wrong, it is really, really, really hard, but it normally is me kind of doing things, but at least I have him home. If I'm like, hey, I have this thing I need to get done, can you watch them for 30 minutes? Like, he can do that sometimes. So I'm not looking forward to him being gone just because I am a little worried about it. So anyway, we're rotating toys because one of the best thing about rotating toys is all they want to do the next day is play in here. No joke. It resets everything and it's amazing. All right, this is just like a mess over here, but I have my bags that I store these in. So I'm gonna rotate out all the kitchen stuff, all the food. It's been out for a couple weeks. Honestly, probably closer to a month, this rotation, just because again, I have not had like any capacity to do anything. It's been a really hard season and we're just surviving over here, okay? Oh, I hear my 2-year-old. I think people are starting to get sick, so that's also great. If I'm going to be here by myself and working and having sick children, and I cannot take any more days off work. I already have so many days coming up that I have to be off. So I am a little bit concerned about that, and I don't know what to do. But I guess that brings me to a next topic, which is mom guilt. It is so hard to not feel guilty for not being like present with my kids 24/7. And I say that and it's like I know that that's not realistic. I don't even think beneficial for them at all. I think he got him out of his crib. I'm gonna let him handle it. And honestly, he is a daddy's boy, so he doesn't even want me. But yeah, mom guilt. I find it really hard to not just be really guilty or feel really guilty. Like you would think that like being able to work from home would be better because I do get to see my kids, you know? But honestly, I think it makes it worse because they see me working and I'm home with them and they don't have anybody else to take care of them or play with them. So they want me to play with them, obviously. And then I feel guilty because I can't, you know? So that's been really tough. This is like the 4th year that I've done this. This is not anything new to me by any means, but it's hard. Another topic that I feel like I've talked about a lot, not a lot. I know I've talked about it on here before, but one thing that's definitely been weighing on me is just the thought of expanding our family and just deciding if that's a good idea or not. And it's really hard to not feel pressure, like I need to make this decision by a certain time. You know, my youngest is going to be 3 in February. I feel like I'm in a time crunch and I don't love that because I know that whatever timing would be what's right for us and would make sense because that's the timing that it is. It's really been weighing on me trying to figure out if it's a good idea or not. Obviously, in theory, it's like, yeah, I love kids. I would love to have a bigger family. I always thought that I would have a bigger family. It's not like I'm like, oh, I can't handle a third. It's reality. The reality of our schedules, the reality of our jobs, the reality of the world we live in, and financially how expensive things are. And those are the things that are making the decision. And I hate that because I wish it was just like an easy, like, oh, if you want to, we'll figure it out. And yes, we would figure it out. But do I want to just have a kid and figure it out and just always be stressed, you know? Or do I really focus on the two that we have and providing what we can? And again, we would figure it out. I know we would figure it out if we have another one. I've heard someone say this recently. I'm probably going to butcher the correct wording, but it made sense. And I'm like, yes, this is what I've been saying. It's not that we're not ready for a third, it's that the world is not ready. Meaning that the world is just not built the same for 3 kids as it is 2. Like airplane seats, roller coaster rides, hotels, you need a bigger car, you need another room, or you know what I mean? It's just a lot, and I'm really trying not to think about it too much, but I am. And also I'm almost 3 years postpartum, and so that feels just like, then stepping back into it would just feel hard. I don't know. All right. Another topic that I feel like has been on my mind has been about being an allergy parent, and also how my world is kind of flipped upside down with that title, everything about that. So my son, when he was about 5 months old, had a skin reaction to peanut, and we were introducing it. Not the first time we introduced it, I think it was the second time. And it was enough where I was like, okay, this is weird. This is concerning. I don't necessarily want to give him peanut again at home. I want to go and see an allergist. And I was freaking out. The last thing I wanted to deal with. And so we went. We just kind of found the fastest allergist we could without a referral. I got in, I think, a couple weeks later, which was great. They mentioned, you don't really need to do a blood test right now. Let's do a skin test for Peanut and see kind of what happens. And he had a positive skin reaction to that. So we got an EpiPen, and my life went upside down at that point. It's hard to explain the reality of being an allergy parent unless that is your reality. And I feel like for 2 years, I had a ton of anxiety. It was really hard to want to go to family events, to go to parties, to go out to eat. Like, I feel like I'm gonna get emotional about it. It was really hard. And then it was really hard because people don't understand. Like, I would have family members and people who would just be like grumpy with me if I'd ask a bunch of questions and make sure they're really checking labels, and they didn't get it. And it's really hard to advocate for your child's safety and have people kind of question you or make you feel like you're a bother or something. And I really wanted to make a video more in depth about being an allergy parent. Maybe I still will, but I say however because a few months ago I was like, you know what, he's almost 3. I want to go see another allergist. I want to just get more opinions. I was looking into different treatment options and just kind of figuring out next steps of, I don't want to just do nothing. And knowing that peanut is not an allergy a lot of kids grow out of. So I was like, let me figure this out. So we went, and he had a positive skin test at this new allergist. Then I also asked for blood work because I was like, we haven't done blood work before. Like, I know that what's hard about allergies is I know that you can get false positives for, I think, skin tests and blood tests, but I don't think false negatives, or maybe you can get a false negative on a blood test. I don't know. But anyway, so actually, I think you can get a false negative. I feel like you can get a false negative on both, and I think you can get a false positive on both, but do not quote me. Regardless, we did the blood test, and the blood work comes back, and it showed 0 reaction to peanut. And so I was like, okay. Meanwhile, he has another skin condition, which also makes things kind of weird. Not a lot of kids have it, and it has to do with histamine. Like, I always was kind of curious, like, do you actually have this allergy? Or is this just presenting this way because of your other stuff? We never gave him peanut. He never accidentally ingested peanut, but he never reacted. So anyway, we did a food challenge and he passed it, and we're about 2 months of him eating peanut every single day, and it's just a weird feeling. And it's also a weird feeling going from, again, my life just going to another like 360. It almost felt wrong at first of like, we're giving you peanut, we're having peanut back at our home. For 2 years of my life, I thought that that was what he had, and I thought that that was our life, and I thought that was gonna be his future, and it really brought on a whole lot of anxiety. And then now I feel guilty talking about how now I am not an allergy mom, and it feels weird not having that as a label. And it almost doesn't feel real. Like we still carry his EpiPen around, and I'm like, is this real? So anyway, let me know if people are interested in hearing more about the allergy parent experience, because it felt really lonely when I was in it. And so I definitely wanted to share videos about it, and I think I still have a lot to share being a mom who was in it for 2 years. And if you are an allergy parent or have an allergy yourself, I have so much empathy and I feel for you. And I know that it's hard. And everyone with an allergy or living with someone with an allergy, you're amazing for advocating for yourself in a world that doesn't necessarily think about you. But anyway, I hope that you enjoyed this little chit chat. It was kind of random. I guess it's just one of these videos where I was feeling a little lonely in motherhood today and being able to talk, even if I'm talking to my camera, but I know that this might resonate with some other person, then it was helpful, I hope. Whoa, I don't know what that was outside. As always, please make sure you like and comment. Please, I love chatting with everybody, and subscribe so you won't miss another video. Thanks so much.